We want to welcome you once again to this production, this program on LC Africa. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning. Thank you for accepting to be part of us. My name is, as usual, Amon, your motivational speaker, your counselor, your presenter, your teacher for this other production. I want us to conclude the other piece, mind the center. This moment we want to bring a small subtopic or subheading under the theme, why should people look for you? In life people should look for us, but why? Why should people look for you? In every human soul there is a seed ready to germinate, but it must be watered. I said in every human soul. At creation, each one of us was created a winner, a victor. There was competition, biology tells us. At the time of the male and female gametes fusing together, there was a lot of competition. And this competition produced you who is watching at this very moment. We are meant to be winners or victors, if we know this. If we won this battle, this competition, without our struggle, how about these other struggles that must come when we are prepared for them, when we are aware? I said in every human soul there is a seed ready to germinate, but must be watered. What is that seed in you? Is it a seed? Are you a marketer? Are you a motivational speaker? Are you a presenter? Are you a journalist? There is a seed in each one of us here. Sit down and identify that seed. Endeavor to rise up and water it. People will look for you. For that thing for which people look for you, that's what we call the center. Mind that center. If people must travel long distances, short and long distances to look for you as a medical worker, what will it be? What is it that's going to make you special from other medical workers? That is the center. Keep your focus there. That is the center. If you're a teacher of history, a teacher of CRE, a teacher of Islam, a teacher of literature, how are you special from other teachers? That is the center. When you get chance to know that reason for which people look for you, please keep your focus there. That is the center. I said in every human soul. The Bible tells us of one Bible character, a very common person. This sometime was a little boy from the family of 8 boys belonging to Jesse from the tribe of Judah. There was a little boy called David. One time, the first king of the United Israel, this was King Saul, got some problems. These problems warranted him to look for someone who would play gospel music. I want to say gospel music or spiritual music, and would play a harp. They had to look, and they traveled long distances, district to district, region to region, sub-county to sub-county, county to county, parish to parish, village to village. May I say LC to LC? Not legacy channel this time. No, local council this time. Someone went to them and said, there is a little boy who will play a harp. Actually, he said, the best harp player. They traveled up to Jesse's home. This very moment when they came to Jesse's home, David, the little boy they were looking for, was somewhere far in the bush, tendering sheep of his father Jethro. This is where they got him. The person told them he's the best harp player. Please get me so well. This was in the whole nation of Israel, the whole nation. They moved the region after another, district after another, sub-count after another, count after another, until they came to this home. Jesse was insignificant, and little did David know that sometime they will come looking for him. But the Bible says he was the best harp player. This is what takes him to the palace. He went to the palace where Saul was the king, only to get to the palace where there was only the king and the harp player, who was David in this case. What takes David to the palace? Him being the best harp player. What is it that people will come looking for you? It is what we call a center in your life. It is the center in your activity. It is the center in all that you do. I've already said, if you're a carpenter, like other carpenters, Why will people leave other carpenters to come for you? It must be you keep your word. When you say you'll finish the piece in 3 days, 1 week, let it be. It is that for that reason that people look for you. You're a tailor like other tailors. You are not any special, a fashion designer. What is it that people leave other fashion designers, other tailors to come looking for you? In addition to you making good pieces, you keep your word. Your prices are normal. You know how to talk to your clients. Please maintain that. Minding the center. This time we are looking at why should people look for you? I want to add this statement. He who has nothing to die for is not worth living. I want to repeat. He who has nothing to die for is not worth living. Only those people we must associate ourselves with must be those who add value to us. Must be those who uplift our worth. Not those who will bring us down. Never worry about people who bring you down. People who backbite you. The other day I said, someone will only backbite you when he is already at your back. Someone cannot be at the front and then will backbite you. There will not be a back at the front. Never worry about them. I said, what is it that will prompt people to board and come and look for you? What is it? Is it that you're a good speaker? Is it that you motivate others? Why will people come yearning to see you, to wait for you? The other day you were needed, today you are needed. What is it that will make you needed? That is what we call center. As we wind up this topic, we began the other time minding the center, mind the center. This time we are bringing a piece, we are discussing a piece called Why Should People Look for You? I introduced by saying in every human soul, there is a seed ready to germinate, but it must be watered. What is the seed in you? How do you water it? Anyway, have you ever taken trouble to identify the seed in you, the worth in you, the value in you? The Bible talks about salt, that we are the salt of this world. That if the salt loses its worth, it will be thrown out and people will trample on it. It will have lost the value, the worth. For what reason are people going to say you have lost the worth? You are not valuable. Someone told me he's struggling to be available, such that when people come looking for him, he's available. I said, well, it is okay. It is not enough to be available. It is more important to be valuable than available. It is more important so. For that reason, people will come, people will board, people will sit and wait, people will call, people will follow your schedules, people will dance by your tunes. Please endeavor to identify the worth in you, the value in you, the seed in you. Please water it. There are things we can do to identify the worth in us. Deal with the people who matter. They will ever tell you what exactly you can do and how best to do it. And gradually, people of value will come looking for you. Sit down when you go to bed. Before sleep takes you, think of that thing in life which you will ever do that will bring people close to you, that will make people ever call you to consult you or to consult with you. That is the worth in you. That is the center. That is the center. There are so many, the other day I said occupations, vocations. Someone can be a mechanic, a motor or auto mechanic. When there are so many garages, so many other mechanics, what will prompt people to park and wait even when there are other mechanics coming around? But one will want a particular mechanic called so and so. Why? You don't tell lies. You are not a cheat. You do the activity, the service on time and appropriately. For that reason, even under tree shade, people will ever come for you. Mind the center. Mind that seed in you which will prompt people to look for you. There are so many other things. You're a videographer. How are you special from other videographers? You're a journalist. How are you special from other journalists? That is the center in you. It will be for that reason that people, you are an MC. But on big functions, occasions, people will even follow your schedule and will change their program because you are busy that weekend, and will reschedule in order to follow your schedule because you're a good one. You make things in a very special way. It is not enough to do something. It is better to do it in a way. If you are not fast on the market, be competitive on the market. You may not do something new because there are so many things people have done. What we do is only to innovate. But to invent, people have invented. If we must live to improve on what is already done, how are you doing what you are doing? The little boy David from the bush, where his only experience was to look after sheep. That was his domestic role, I could say. But what landed him to the palace, to get the palace exposure, the palace experience, was the other thing. Whenever he moved out to play the harp, he trained himself to become the best harp player the country talked about, and this brought him to the palace. Try to do something best. The Bible says, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your heart. If you choose to teach, teach without complaining that people will come for you, people will look for you. People will say, our teacher, not the teacher. If you're a mechanic, do it to your best. People will ever come for you. People will not mind the garage in which you do it, but your service, your touch. If you deal in cosmetology, designing people, I want to say, someone will not mind about the salon where you do it. Even on your veranda, under a tree shade, people will come for you. They want your touch, because whatever you have chosen to do, you do it with all your heart. That is the center in the activity you do. Center in this case means, how do you do what you do? Do it with passion. Do it with enthusiasm. People will look for you. People will wait on you. People will wait for you. People will say, okay, let me come on Wednesday since you are busy on Monday and Tuesday. It is that will be central in your life. We live to give service to people, but how we give service to people matters. A job was advertised of a public relations officer in a big company. Among the many applicants was a girl, well schooled. The other day I gave the difference between being educated and being schooled. So they were told the place where the interview was to take place. She picked what she thought was necessary and hurried for the interview. They were supposed to go to the 6th floor up, and she chose to move in a lift. So she went and pressed the buttons, the lift opened. As she entered, just immediately another lady came. This lady did not look good. She was elderly and carried a dirty apron. She carried so many pieces of paper, actual organized paper. So she called upon the help of this girl who had already entered the lift. The old lady had carried much more than I thought what she could carry at a moment. So she even went back for other documents she had left behind. Only she kept the paper in a position that the lift would not close. The girl kept patiently waiting there. May I say patiently or impatiently? The old lady came and brought other stuff and entered it into the lift. She had not even dressed well, actually. She had put on an apron which was not beautiful enough, and it was old. It had been stained with some material used in the process of photocopying the programs. These documents the lady was carrying, and more other, were for the company. But they were going to the same place, but they did not know. Even the other girl who was going for interview did not know. So insult started. Why don't you people, the little girl was telling the old lady, why don't you bring what you can carry? Will you go on bothering everyone, disturbing everyone? Why don't you mind your age? Why don't you people who need the physical exercise, why don't you go by the stairs? Why do you go on bother? It took on for so long a time. The old lady kept still. She did not answer back. to her disappointment, when she reached the 6th floor, she realized on entering the interview room they were going to the same place. And on entering, she realized the lady she had belittled, she had insulted, was the one in the big chair speaking the last statement. Actually, so to speak, she was the owner of the company. So the girl's turn, the other girl who belittled the old lady in the lift, her turn came and she entered for the interview. On entering, she looked at a lady she either saw somewhere or looking like the one she had just seen. Then she answered the interview so well, actually excellently. I did say the other time, she also had beautiful papers. Academically, she had performed well. On answering the questions, she answered excellently. Only when she left, the old lady stood up and told the other members on the panel that the girl has been excellent, actually more than others who have come before. She may even be better than those who are yet to come. But we are advertising, we are looking for a public relations officer. At the bottom, the ground floor, where she was supposed to show public relations, is where she lost them. She lost it. There are times when we don't mind the center. Public relations, this little lady thought it was something different. It was to do with relating, bridging the gap between the company and the public. This is where she lost it, when she belittled the old lady whom she didn't know. There are times when we don't mind the center. In the job you are going to do, what is the center? What is the focus? What is it that is most important? Helping this lady was important. Was public relations enough? Not other different things. Well, center, I said, I want to repeat, are those things which are important in life. I have kept repeating this because it is central. It is also central in this discussion. What do you consider to be the center? I said, there are things you must do, statements you must say, character you must exhibit that must bring other people to you. I have said, and I want to repeat, your appearance may win you some people. You are tall and good looking, and some people who want American height may get attracted to you. 2, your academic qualifications may win you a job. 3, your talent may win you a position or a job. 4, your conduct, what you do, may win you a position or a job. But what only will keep you there is nothing to do with your appearance, your talent, your academic qualification, but your character. Character in this aspect, therefore, is the center. It is the most important. Yes, the appearance, good appearance, may win a girl into marriage. Good academic qualifications may win someone into a good job and actually get promotions. But what only will keep you employed there, will keep you as a married person there, is now known to do with how you appear, not your talents, not your academic qualifications, but your character. Mind your character. Character in this aspect, therefore, is the central thing. It is the most important thing. It is what will bring people to you. People will come to seek marriage counsels because your character is good. It is center in this point. Therefore, people will come automatically will come for premarital counseling, will come to seek knowledge more about counseling. I mean about marriage. How are you go? How do you conduct yourself? The character, it is important, it is central. Let us also think about other things. I have already talked about in our different vocations or careers. You're a mechanic. How would you do your mechanics? It will attract people to you. They will look for you regardless of the location, geographical location. You're a tailor, I said it, a fashion designer. You're a decorator. How do you do what you do? It will attract people to you. You're a medical worker. How do you talk to people? How do you talk to patients? Are you one who backs at them, insulting them? You're a teacher. How do you conduct your teaching? Away from the subject, you provide some counsels, some counseling to the parents. the public and the learners. It will make people conclude you are their teacher. It will make people conclude you are their medical worker, nurse or doctor. It will make people conclude you are their mechanic. Think about a mansion, a builder. Someone has a good workmanship. When it comes to bricklaying, he does it the best. He does not waste people's mortar, sand, cement, etc. He does it the best. We look at a building so straight, so smart, so clean. This will win him more other clients. How do you do what you do? It is center in this point. It is central. Think about the people you work with. The other day I said, and I will still say, that when you walk with 9 fools, you become the 10th. So think about even the people you walk with. Why will people come to you? What is it that will make people come to you? It may be that you are one who provides statements of courage. The essence of courage is not that your heart will not quake, but when it does, other people should not know. People may come to you because you encourage them. You encourage them, you speak statements of courage. You'll make it, you'll win. Just be patient. It calls for just some little time. You are organized. Just you encourage them, and people will come to you for courage, statements of courage, statements of wisdom. You lift them up. You advise them. You counsel them. What is it that will make people look for you? We must be looked for. I said in the beginning, in each and every human soul, there is a seed ready to germinate, but it must be watered. What is the seed in you? Do you take trouble to water it? Do you use it to benefit others? It is because of that people either will come for you or will never look for you. You are needed and you will be needed for life. Some people may be needed today, but tomorrow needed because of their character. And people look for them because of that. What is it that will make people look for you, come to you? That will be the magnetic element in you that will attract other people to come and benefit from your speeches, benefit from your courage, benefit from your patience, benefit from your welcoming nature, benefit from all how you do what you do. It is that you must keep central. Strengthen it, emphasize it. People will come to you naturally and you'll be useful. Education is only education when the education gotten somewhere is benefiting you, the people close to you, and the public. That is when we shall say, because there are times when we graduate and people will demote us because of our poor speeches. When you make a mistake and organize a function after your academic qualifications, you organize a graduation party, but what you do thereafter does not befit your qualification, people will demote you. That you also graduated, that you also has a degree. But even without it, when what you do is worth and it benefits other people, people will graduate you. Where did he get the master's degree from? Because of what you say, how you say it, because of how you benefit the public. Mind the center. People must come to you. But what is it that people must get attracted to come to you, to look for you, so that they may benefit from you? It is what you must make central in the aspect of life.